Back at you again, chilling at the corner of Ramparts and Polk, where the It Boy of Illusion, Mario Devlin, is minutes away from getting down with his latest, the death-defying, off-the-hook 30-foot plunge he calls the Blade Runner. But let me just say, for the record, I call it work. Now, we've tried to talk to Mario, but truth be told, the boy's a little distracted right now.
Mario, have your autograph?
Oh, it looks like he's got a little girl out of the audience. Looks like she's going to verify the extraordinary danger that Mario's about to face.
Okay? I'll give it a couple of reps. How's that feel?
Good.
Good.
And she confirms the blades are real. Now, last time we saw Mario, he was 40 stories up above 5th Avenue on a tight wire. Are you ready? Let me hear ya! Ready? Here we go!
Everyone stay calm. Everyone please stay calm.
Is it possible I outdid even me?
AM San Francisco wants to sit down. Oakland registers Sacramento B. San Jose Daily want time. Mario Devlin. No, I'm sorry, I'll have to call you right back.
I'm gonna need a thicker padding next time.
Oh, your agent called about bookings. The Giants want you in May. And the tape that's not supposed to exist, the one you've made me search for on my lunch hour for the past year. Came in the mail. It's right here.
Wow. John Holland and Harry Kellogg performing the Pharaoh's Curse, the greatest illusion ever. You see, Kellogg's the young one, and he's gonna switch glass caskets with Holland.
So what's the catch?
Oh, you tell me. You see how the caskets are spinning while the magicians are inside? Movement makes it nearly impossible for the use of mirrors or trapdoors. There's a whole section in the library on the Pharaoh's Curse. There, right there. See? They switched. Kellogg went in the right casket and came out of the left one. People have gone nuts trying to figure this thing out. It's a coronation. That trick made Kellogg famous. John Holland, the greatest magician of his generation, Holland gave the trick to Kellogg. You know where Holland got it? Houdini. Yeah, that Houdini. And he got it from Frederick Powell, the greatest magician of his generation. I mean, this thing goes back centuries. And there's a rumor flying around that Harry Kellogg might retire. The Pharaoh's Curse goes to the best, right? You get me now?
Yeah. He should give it to you. End of story.
My girl.
Does this mean I can have the rest of the day off?
No.
Mario, you can't just go over there unannounced.
It's my calling card. I deserve that trick, Jen.
Drive up to the front, please.
Magic is an art based on deceit, on illusion disguised as reality. Tonight, Mario Devlin will question what he's always taken for granted. The difference between artifice and reality. Because tonight, Mario will get his first real magic lesson in the Twilight Zone.
Just a few minutes with him, please.
Mr. Kellogg is resting.
I know. I heard he had a fall. He's convalescing. Look, I know he'd want to know about the existence of this tape.
If you'll leave it, I can have him call you.
All right. Straight up, I've always been fascinated with the Pharaoh's Curse. This. And now I've actually seen it. And I got my theories on how he did it. 5 minutes. I just want to talk to him about this tape.
What tape?
Harry Kellogg.
You're traveling to another dimension. A dimension not only of sight and sound, but of mind. A journey into a wondrous land whose boundaries are only that of the imagination. You're entering the Twilight Zone.
Flash powder pellet, right? Can you show me where the gun is?
That's Shannon. She'll say where the gate is.
Oh, wait.
Goodbye, Mr. Devlin.
Wait a second, all right? The Pharaoh's curse. You used masks, didn't you? You had masks made of each other's faces. I mean, that's my theory anyways.
I'm sorry, Mr. Devlin. You'll have to leave.
Yeah. Harry, when I was 6, I started levitating. My parents took me to a shrink. I got magic in my head 24/7. You got it in your soul. You broke the mold, man. Took all the hokiness out of it, gave it brains, and challenged physics. You're the best of your generation, man.
You had to see me, huh? It's an honor. I'm your hero, and nothing's gonna stop you. That about right?
Yeah.
That you cut the crap. You're here for one reason only. The Pharaoh's curse. You do anything, say anything, crawl on your belly through an acre of sewage to get it. Okay? Are we finished now?
Do you even know who I am? I'm
Mario Devlin. The guy who walked through the Great Wall of China using a door. The guy who made an aircraft carrier disappear with mirrors. You're vain, you got a mouth, you need a freaking personality transplant. I'm a magician. Maybe I can help.
Put him in one of the guest rooms. He's spending the weekend with us.
Harry definitely has taste. How long have you lived here?
Me personally? About 5 years. Oh, there's a personal chef on duty 24 hours if you're hungry.
What's he got down there, a ballroom?
No, that's Harry's theater. Harry was in physical therapy when you got here.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry about that. I probably wasn't thinking too far ahead when I decided to do this. But sometimes you just gotta go with your instincts, you know?
I do. Harry used to be like that.
Well, you know, he's a legend. Look, I hope I'm not talking out of line here, but the hardest thing for a man to admit is that it's time to pack it in, you know? I mean, no offense, because I'm sure you guys are, you know. I mean, are you?
You own all the big questions, don't you?
You guys seem like a great couple.
Well, Harry asked me to tell you to get a good night's rest. He's gonna show you a few things tomorrow.
Keep dancing, Mario. Good for the reflexes.
Because they spin, right? The caskets spin. I can handle it. Whoa! Ah! What are you doing?
Okay.
What the hell does this have to do with the Pharaoh's curse?
Settle down.
Come on, Harry, the trick!
Trick will beat the hell out of you, Superboy.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay. Because the trick isn't a trick. Jumping into a fan with rubber propellers, that's a trick. This is different. Very different.
Night, jackass!
Hello.
Sorry. Just seems like he's always busting my stones.
It's okay. Harry's not exactly the easiest person to get along with.
Right? And he always nails me on everything. He knows what I'm thinking. I mean, I'm afraid to look the guy in the eyes sometimes.
He does that to me, too. He's cynical. He's fighting his age.
He knows I can do that trick. He knows it! Doesn't he?
Yeah.
Well, then what is it? I mean, is he trying to scare me off? Is he trying to make a fool out of me?
No.
Well, then what? Is it gut check time? Because I'm not quitting! You hear me, Harry? Now, forget him. I'm as good as he is, and he knows it. And so do you. No?
No.
Right.
I think that you shouldn't sell yourself short. I think you could be better than him.
Just what? Have a death wish?
I witnessed that. It can't be. I checked the whole trick.
Right. You got in one casket and came out the other. It's not a trick. It's magic. Real magic.
What would have happened if you didn't open the lid?
You'd be dead.
But I saw the videotape, Harry. You did the magic, and you're fine. You lived.
The Pharaoh's curse is for 2 performers, not 1. And even still, it's very dangerous. Now close it.
Look, I'm sorry. I had no business being anywhere near that thing.
It didn't stop you, though, did it?
Look, I'm just one of those curious people, you know? The kind of people that can't keep their hands off of things.
Mario, look at you. Even now, you're standing there trying to figure it out, aren't you?
So?
So?
Yeah, okay, but don't get mad at me, all right? How does it really work, Harry?
It's magic. You put it in the company of miracles, all right?
I know. It's magic.
To have it, to possess it, you have no idea of the kind of responsibility involved.
I believe you, but is the magic in you, or is it in the caskets?
The caskets?
Really?
And the giving. Illusion is about trickery. But magic, real magic, is the manifestation of phenomena from another level here. It's a gift that can't be taken or stolen. I know your work. well.
Well, you know it well enough to diss it pretty hard.
No. I've seen you. I've seen your face when you're working. Doesn't matter how big the crowd is, whether it's 10 or 10,000, you always give the same. Best ones always do. And Shannon seems to like you.
The casket's in the giving. I wish I understood that part better.
First, the air leaves the casket, then you. It requires two people, two souls. You got transported to the other casket without someone else there, you'd suffocate. In case you haven't figured it out, I'm retiring.
Why? You still got it in you?
Knock it off. I know you're the best. Why do you think you finally got that tape? That's right. I sent it to you. Tomorrow night, I'm giving a last performance for a few close friends. I'll be passing the Pharaoh's curse on to you.
Thank you. It's really weird. It's almost like he wants us to be together. The audience, the trick, even you. It's like he really is bowing out. My life is about to change big time. And I want you to share it with me. Will you be with me?
Yes.
There are advantages to being unsentimental. Looking out at all of you, seeing your faces, I could just stand up here all night and reminisce.
Love you, Harry.
Yeah, especially since I'm retiring, right? To show my appreciation, I have a little something I'd like to leave you with. So without further delay, lights. Many of you know the legend of the Pharaoh's curse, and that it's only performed once in every generation, and that it's handed on through an unbroken chain as far back as the great Cagliostro. Some of you may also know that the Pharaoh's curse requires two. And since it can't be me and me, here he is, ladies and gentlemen, the object of your pure, unadulterated professional envy. The face of the future, the mega-gifted Mario Devlin. You know, Mario here is so talented. One time he made 25 showgirls disappear. Of course, 2 of them reappeared in his dressing room later, but... Shall we take a walk?
Age before beauty.
Touché. Step inside.
Just want to take this moment and give Harry one last hand.
Ready?
You back okay?
Yeah, I think so. Not good enough to do Shannon out by the pond, but see ya. I won't be needing this anymore.
Harry, are you sure you're okay? You don't want to postpone it.
I know. Close doors, sweetheart.
The trick didn't work.
Yes, it did.
I got out of the same casket I got into.
Yes, you did. but not in your body.
What? What are you talking about? Harry! Where's Harry?
Right here, Mario.
What's going on? What's happening?
It's magic, Mario. Only we don't just switch places, we switch bodies. I do it every 30 years or so. Shannon does it more often. Speaking of which, she tells me that you're a real tiger in the sack. Thank you in advance.
This can't be happening.
Hey, it's a young world, know what I'm saying? Wow, did you see that audience? The best in the business were here tonight, and they can't figure it out. How did we do it? Not with masks, Mario. You are truly going to be a legend. I mean, I am truly going to be a legend. Sorry about the back.
There's a place where blind ambition is forced to cease. A place where if you're not careful, that climb to the top will age you beyond your years. But it's also a place where those who believe in real magic can stay forever young. A trick whose secret lies hidden deep within the Twilight Zone.